Hey there, hi there, viewers, and welcome. It's me, Sophie. Thank you so much for taking this time to watch this video. I hope you enjoy. So, up first, I'm going to do a deep dive into your like conscious love energies, and I'm also going to um, use a Celtic cross spread. That's going to help sort of navigate um, this journey and then um, get more details as the reading proceeds. Okay, so starting off first with the Celtic cross spread, okay, we have the significator. Okay, the card chosen to represent the current or situation being questioned, and that is the strength card. Okay, so you're starting off in a very strong place, both mentally, um, emotionally. I think even physically, you can see a lot of strength in yourself, like in your core. You're building on confidence here. It's a really beautiful energy. You might even be having dreams of lions or visions of lions, or um, being drawn to lions as like a spiritual meaning of strength and courage, and also offering protection, because you can see here this woman, she is not afraid of the lion. Okay, in fact, this is like her familiar, her spirit animal, her guide. Okay, so that is what is happening for you right now on this conscious level. Now, in regards to love, okay, this is like a soulmate energy. Okay, you are looking for that person that embodies this energy of the lion, of strength, of courage, um, protection, vitality. Okay, this is what you are drawn to. This is your soulmate energy. Okay, that is appearing to yourself, is appearing to you here, because when you have dreams, I think a lot of you might even be having dreams of being in a field with a lion, or going down a tunnel that is like representation of your subconscious, and traveling down that dark tunnel into another world, into a world where a lion could be talking to. I don't know if you've ever seen like the Chronicles of Narnia or like that, but there's a lion in that. He's a main character there that represents like a spiritually, like universal love, like a protagonist in your story. So there's a lot happening there with that, in regards to strength, and your soulmate needs to have strength. Your soulmate needs to have courage. Okay, that is what you are being shown here at this time. Okay, now as for like um, position one here. Okay, um, this indicates the current in relationship to the present situation. Okay, and that is your hopes and your fears of if you are really enough here. Are you really enough? Okay. Um, yeah. So your hopes and your fears. Okay. You are enough. Okay. The universe wants to know like you are enough. Okay. Um, I see you caring for people a lot. That's why we have little Benny Blue Bunny here feeding the birds. It's because you give a lot of good energy and nurturing energy to those around you. Sometimes you don't feel like it's being received, but um, the affirmation here is I overflow with the energy of creation. So you're not really like concerned whether or not your soulmate is going to reciprocate these feelings or not, because you already know that you overflow with the energy of creation. You're able to create this nurturing, safe feeling that you are enough. And you already know you're enough. You know that you're more than enough. So there are some negative influences here that are trying to sort of undermine the work that you've already done on yourself and try to like insinuate that there's still more work to be done or you're not good enough. But that isn't like coming from a soulmate connection. That isn't coming from anyone who is really like in support of this overall energy. This is someone or something or even multiple energies that are trying to recreate a sort of imbalance here that's coming across in this tower card. Okay. So the tower moment needs to happen. It is, in fact, I feel like it's already happened. But here, basically, with the tower energy, okay, this represents the positive forces or assets in the current's favor. If this card should happen to be a negative card, it indicates the nature of an obstacle that is hindering progress. The card is in this position is always interpreted in an upright manner. Exactly. So whatever the whatever the case is here with this, it's like you already are like fully functioningly aware. Okay, this isn't just subconscious, this is still happening in the conscious realm. You're still consciously fully aware of these tower moments. Okay, like you try to attract your soulmate or you try to attach yourself to this courage, this strength card, this pure energy that you have been bonded with since birth, I feel like. And it's faded in the stars. Even the stars above are shining over this couple and this 10. So you know, like the universe is safeguarding you and protecting you with this energy. The problem here is that fear can overshadow these things and it can entice these lightning, thunderstorm, flood energies that break down walls, that open and reveal truths. And it needs to happen, but it's something that can be scary. Okay, it's definitely something scary because I think you are getting downloads and messages that when this is happening consciously, that you're trying to protect your subconscious, you're trying to protect this thing that you're tapping into, this energy you're tapping into, and it's a very sacred energy. But the tower moments, like all hell breaks loose. Okay, so we're gonna get into that in a second. So the tower is man's pride, arrogance, and ostentation. Okay, the tower cracks and collapses under the assault of lightning or fire above and waves of water below. Sometimes people are seen falling or leaping from the tower. The lightning represents divine punishment for greed, and the waves blast and level symbolically, cleansing the scene of corruption. Yeah, so it's kind of like inevitable. It has to happen because you have to see that there's these corrupt, greedy energies that are trying to persuade you to give up on this journey that you've decided to make, okay? This journey into realizing you are enough, okay? This journey to realizing the soulmate connection. Like, I think, you know, I could be wrong, but I think there is like a possibility that hold on a second. I think there's a possibility that um, someone here is trying to like get your attention, but what their intentions are still on scene. That's why this tower moment needed to happen to sort of awaken you here. Yeah, because I am picking up on this like Four of Swords energy, asleep. Okay, a period of rest and sleep. Almost like this person died, like, or they have like they've been out of your life for almost like years. I think. Okay, so this can be viewed as a message from the higher self. It can also reflect the current's potentials and aspirations. Okay, So I honestly think that this energy is still connected somehow to a negative matter. But let's find out. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to see here if that's true or not. So, swords represent action. They are the impetus to impact and interact with the world around us. Bravery, leadership, and responsibility are symbolized by swords. Whether the passionate force is unleashed for good or ill depends on the governing mind. Hence, destruction and danger can also be represented by the suit. Yeah, like the tower is like destruction, but it's also a moment in time that needs to happen in order for bravery and leadership and responsibility to show up to this imbalanced energy of like greed, um okay, and destruction here. Okay, so that being said, we have here the Four of Swords. This is reprieve, vigil, withdrawal and silence, waiting, isolation and asylum, existence taking on a surreal feeling as if one veiled from life, a seemingly death-like sleep phase in life, but a time with incubants' future dreams. Exile, a freeze on life, protecting one from injury or self-destructive behavior. Recovery, convalescence, keeping hidden, protection and silence, possibly being forsaken, warning that a quest may be endangering one's health, need for help from others, hospital stay, or finding sanctuary. Okay? Uh, Prison, excessively strict environment, exile and depression, abandonment, exhaustion caused by battling overwhelming odds or an extended time, fruitless struggle. Yeah, it's like you want to be protected and you want to have strength and courage, but this is the energies. Okay, this is what's happening. Okay, and this is also linked very much to your past. So moving forward, I think we're gonna have to see some, revival of some sort here. Okay, so we have the Ten of Coins. This is inheritance, financial security, family, financial collapse, money, disturbs, family fallout, Ten of Coins. Okay, so you want in this present moment this Ten of Coins. Okay, you want financial security, you want abundance here. Okay, you want rewards here, and I see that coming in. Now, okay, we have to find out though if like what is going on with this energy. Maybe the only thing that's going to bring this person out of their um, like isolation is going to be something to do with the Ten of Coins. Okay, yeah. Okay, so pentacles, they represent the practical side of life, business, labor, material goods, skills, and talents that are inherent assets are also symbolized as well as countable, bankable assets. Pentacles are the earthly plane, signifying security and sustenance, banking, bookkeeping, commerce, okay, prosperity and protection as well. Okay, so yeah, it seems like you know what you want, you know your financial situation. Okay, so it's freedom from financial concerns, prosperity, strong, established family setting, protection, stability within a clan, family traditions and gatherings, having a time to enjoy the fruits of one's labor, achieving of worldly dreams, benefiting from the work of one's predecessors, gifts, inheritance, archives, celebrations, and reunions. Okay. Um, I think that there is some energy out there that does, have a little bit of this gambling, loss, theft, fickle luck, fatality, family conflict, loss or being cheated out of inheritance, smeared reputation, hazardous adventure. Okay. That is something that is definitely a problem here. Okay, I'm seeing. But um I think what's gonna happen as a result of this is that your um, your aspirations are for this. your aspirations are for this financial success. You're definitely pushing through the past of maybe ancestors, maybe a partner that didn't take the financial matters seriously, caused you some conflict. That isn't really like your soulmate energy. That's just something you've had to deal with for a while now. But you're overcoming it. I think little by little you're starting to see how you can overcome it. And so that being said, we have to move into the future now, okay? And this represents the preoccupation of the subconscious, which filters into waking life, affecting moods and outlook. This is the underlying theme of dreams and the emotional undercurrent in the current life, okay? This is what's going to happen now, okay? Because as a result of this flip side to the 10 of coins, you're getting this 6 of cups. You're solving this problem here of the financial worries and conflicts that have arisen around you, okay? You can see here this like young uh like maiden and this young prince boy. I don't know, like whatever. They're meeting together, okay? He's holding out a cup to her, okay? So let's see here. What is this 6 of cups energy all about here? Because this is going to bring you out of this dilemma that you're facing now. So, cups represent the emotions, creativity, and the soulful aspects of life. Visionary art, devotion, charity, and protection are among the more demanding aspects of the suit, which also includes the gentle influences of goodwill, friendship, and empathy. Cups are symbolic of the life force as fertility, nourishment and nurture, desire, attraction, love, and union belong to the suit as a powerful brew of nature's cauldron. So the 6 of Cups, friendship, play, remembering past happiness and childlike innocence, renewal, nostalgia, pleasant company, reminiscing with old friends, drawing strength from shared experiences, being understood and appreciated, teamwork, taking pleasure in simple, wholesome activities and surroundings, seeing the good in life. Reversed, you have change of scenery and connections, new stage, separation from old friends, losing touch with the past, a natural progression and passing. Yeah, so um, you are starting to see the good in life, okay? You are starting to have this, like, there's a lot of nostalgia happening. Um, there's shared experiences, there's being understood and appreciated, there's teamwork, taking pleasure in simple, wholesome activities and surroundings, friendship, play, seeing the good in life, remembering past happiness and childlike innocence. Okay, that is like ultimately what's going to fix the problem of you worrying about these financial things. Because I don't think that your soulmate is someone who is going to make you feel like you need to worry about these financial things. I think you and this person together both like already understand financial obligations, financial situations, challenges, and I think you both face them um, in your own unique ways. But I do think it's coming from a place of like you're not letting that be the focus point for your relationship. Now, moving into the future, okay, we have this 3 of Cups energy, okay, beautiful celebrational energy, okay, that is your future energy here, okay, and this represents past events and influences that color and gives rise to the current situation. So this is going to kind of explain why in the past there was isolation, there was separation here, I think, from you and this person. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. 3 of Cups. Okay. Let's see, 3 of Cups here. celebration, thanksgiving, shared happiness, pleasure, and satisfaction, enrichment of friendship, support, encouragement, excitement, and play, enjoying arts and talents, luck, excitement, and momentum, goodwill and humor, the doubling effect of success, shared, the joy of artistic collaboration, romantic fun, the freshness of spring, gratitude, and good health. Reverse remains a positive card, but indicates material pleasures with a less emotional component. Small gains, wasting resources, exploiting the environment, or kindness of people. So I think that's what happened to you. I think that in the past you were still trying to remain positive, um, but there was no emotional component. And I think a lot of energies, I think there were a lot of people around you that were using these energies of wasting resource and exploiting the environment or kindness of people. Yeah, so your future is about you looking at the past and saying like, wow, that's the energies that were around me at that time. Like, it's no wonder I wasn't happy. It's no wonder things weren't making sense. It was no wonder that while yes, I was celebrating things, I wasn't fully happy. Now you're like reconnecting with your soulmate or even connecting with them for the first time, and you're like now starting to make sense of why what you were missing, like why things didn't feel as good as they should have or you wanted them to, right? Um, um, so that being said, I think that, you know, moving forward, we have position 6, and this represents the state of the corn's relationship with others, and that is the sun energy. Okay, you bring a lot of light and love to this world. You express yourself through creativity. You nurture your inner child. It's overall just a very beautiful experience and energy. Okay, so um, all right, so now I'm gonna just wrap up this reading with, you know, yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, so basically, uh, yeah. So card number 7. This is your psychological state and can greatly affect the outcome of the matter. And we have gather. Wow, we just read about Thanksgiving. So this is gathering energy, gathering light, gathering love in your life, okay? Celebrating, not losing touch with that, okay? And then we have position 8, and this is your environment and unforeseen forces. And this is odd sock. Oh my gosh. So you're a little bit odd. Okay, that's fine. You're a little bit different than everyone else, but that's what makes people drawn to you. And it says, I am uniquely, wonderfully me. Yeah, so basically, like, keep being yourself because this is ultimately what draws your soulmate in and attracts you, okay, to them. Then we have indicates the hopes and fears of the current. Okay, so we talked about that a little bit before, but basically here the answer to that is wisdom. Okay, using your wisdom here, you're trusting in your intuition. You have the owl here. That is like literally the spirit animal for wisdom and in intuition. And okay, so trusting in that. Okay, trusting in your own wisdom and your own intuition is going to help you big time here. Okay, and then we have here indicates the outcome of the matter. Okay, we have peace and love. Wow, look at that. I bring peace to the world. You absolutely do bring peace to the world. You bring peace and love to the world. And that is your unconscious coming into your conscious. That is connecting the two together. You draw in from strength and courage, and you bring peace and love. And that is going to ultimately be what your soulmate is drawn to as you continue to express peace and love and strength and courage into the world. So you just keep being you, love and light always. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. And till next time.